man Sadler Ward back with another one. What you think about the silhouette? I'm kind of feeling it. I lost it. What up? So basically, man, I'm feeling the whole witness protection program review. Look, I'm in quarantine like the rest of y'all, the smart ones, and I'm checking out Ozark season 3. You know what I'm saying? And anything I can say will be not used against me because I just want to have some fun today, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying the silhouette style. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on a piece for. Let's get to Ozark, man. I ain't even got time for the games, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got time for it. Do y'all want the light, or y'all want it coming from the darkness? You know what I'm saying? So basically, Ozark, man, is so dope because the first episode is back. I'm excited. Told you I was gonna be hitting, and it's called Wartime, and they just get right into it. So I'm gonna get into it, man. Jason Bateman as Marty Bird, Laura Lindley as Wendy Bird, my little heart, Julia Garner as Ruth. You know what I'm saying? Sophia Hoblitz as Charlotte, Lisa Emery as Darlene Snell, and then the other kid, Skylar, but Janet McTee, who plays the liaison between the mob boss and the birds. She makes a bigger role in this new one, man, which is crazy to me because I didn't even see. She was just like this evil character. And I'm just giving y'all little bites. I'm not going to do all of them like this in the dark. We just having fun right now because I want to get this out to you quick. And I'm enjoying the new style. I'm looking to find my online personality. Y'all know what I look like. But this whole Ghostface Killer persona is kind of fly to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get this review out to you very quickly. Very, expeditiously, as your man T.I. would say. And the new characters, man, that are added are actor Joseph Sikora. And y'all know him as Tommy from Power. And he even has his own spinoff called Force, Power Book 4. You know what I'm saying? Force. Tommy going out to LA and doing his own thing. But in between filming that, I'm so glad he had time to come out for Ozark because he's one of my favorite people to watch right now, and we're getting much more of him. The other big addition is Tom Pelfrey, I think his name is. And Tom is, y'all know him as Ward on Iron Fist. You know what I'm saying? So, Tom Pelfrey plays Wendy Bird's brother, Ben Davis. Her maiden name is Wendy Davis. So they introduce him as a hothead. I mean, hothead. Like he was a substitute teacher, and he just went ballistic on the school in North Carolina. And I thought the picture they had was going to play a big part, but it was just setting him up so he's a time bomb that could click, tick, tick at any second he could go off. He's got bench warrants, so he's going to Ozark to be on the run, which is pretty smart. He just doesn't know what he's getting himself into with his crazy ass sister. You know what I'm saying? But from the gate, Tommy steals the show. I mean, from the rip, he's already trouble. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I don't know what she called him, F word or F nut, something crazy. She called him a name from the beginning. He was already in a casino. You already understand that he has a crew. He got his own team. And what you learn is that Tommy plays Frank Cosgrove Jr. Now, Frank Cosgrove is the mob boss. And they were calling him the KC Mob, but I guess because I don't know why they call him the KC Mob, but I guess I don't know if they're out of Kansas City or whatever. But he's got on his KC hat, And you know he has a crew, and he's already bumping heads with Ruth. Um, if you don't know who Ruth is the one I mentioned before. I love that little girl. She is actually my favorite character on the show. She's spunky. She don't got no muscles. She's a little tiny thing, but she's all heart. And she don't take no crap off nobody. And that's what I like about her, man. I call her the trailer trash girl because sometimes I forget her name. So if I refer to someone as trailer trash chick, then y'all know that it's Ruth. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the funny thing about Ruth is that she's already bumping heads with Tommy. His crew is late. They ain't about their business. I gotta stop calling Tommy Tommy. I'm gonna call him Frank Jr. I guess it's gonna take some getting used to, y'all. So bear with me on that. No beans, no nothing. All right. And Marty knows his boat has been infiltrated. We set up the first episode is called Wartime. We're going to do these in bites because of the quarantine. I don't think I should just sweep over the whole season, man. We got to savor these moments. So I'm going to do small bites of each couple of episodes. I might do 3, I might do 2, but I'm not doing one episode at a time, even though you could. Ozark is that good. Now, if you don't watch Ozark and you're just checking out this video because you rock with me, I appreciate that, but do yourself a favor and go watch Ozark. While we're on Ozark, another crazy recommendation if you're in Netflix is Tiger King. I'm going to do a review on Tiger King, so when you get time, check that out. It's not scripted. It's like a documentary, but it's the wildest characters you ever want to meet. So, from the beginning in Ozark, man, we're set up in a crazy world where you see a bombing and they're just blowing up money, and then people come to get the money and they blow these people up, and I don't know who these people are, but when I see that knife go through that man's hand on that countertop, my heart just went out to him like, here's an old man trying to run a store, and look what they're doing to him. And then come to find out he's laundering money. So he was dirty. But, to see the whole crowd get blown up and the money get blown up, it just shows you that it's not even about money for these people. It's about power. People are addicted to power, and there's a war going on. So, with that war being set up in the background of all this, so if Marty's not in a lot of trouble, he's already in debt for the drug dealer who's already at war. You know what I'm saying? So, you know that there's a high level of stress. I don't even know the drug dealer's name. I forget his name. I think the actor is like, what's the actor's name? Felix Sotos, I think. But anyway, we see a lot more of him. And I expect to see more of the agent, the FBI agents. So, just know it's turning up. It's a very high level of I didn't even it's a very high level of stress going on throughout this whole show. And to add to it, we find out that there's more chaos going on in the background for the boss. Now the boss is under pressure. We've never seen the boss under pressure before, and we don't know how he reacts to pressure. So that's going to be interesting to watch that unfold. But the crazy thing is that, I was speaking about Ruth and how I feel about her. They got her in her little dresses, and she still lives in the trailer, which is weird because she's making all this money, and she's sending her cousin $1,000, and he's denying it all. So you don't know what's going on with that. So that set up a little bit of showing you that he's not down with where she's going with her life, even though she was a loser. But she killed his dad and his uncle. So he's like, nah, I don't want your money. So she sent him almost $11,000, and he has not opened one from his PayPal, which next video, speaking of PayPal, I will be opening my PayPal and my Patreon. So if you feel free during these times to help me figure it out. Great. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just thumbs up this video, hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about what's going on in the Ozarks. You know what I'm saying? So now the wife, who was a housewife, Wendy Bird, played by Laura Linney, she's starting to feel like she can be a big boss like Marty. Like, I seen the power struggle already, and marriage is a balance, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the earner is here, sometimes the housekeeper is here, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're even, but it's always a balance. And now Wendy has begun lying to Marty Bird. And keep in mind, she was lying in the beginning because she's a cheater. So a cheater is a liar is a thief is a con artist. So there's no level of you know. But Marty's very conservative because he was scared. He was the one with the gun to his head. He's the one seeing people blown away. Wendy Bird has not come across violence in the same sense that Marty Bird has. So she wants to dip her hand in the cookie jar and get rich. She said, we got all this money in front of us. Let's figure out how to make more. So I think that her wanting to make more is her getting greedy. Marty wants to be conservative, and now he's starting to want to thwart her moves. That's why it's called wartime. Not only is a drug dealer is at war, but, you know, that thin line between love and hate, love and war, they're starting to go at odds, and they're not on the same page as parents, as a couple. He's even paying the therapist to help him win arguments. You know what I mean? I don't know why he's paying the therapist extra just to try and sway his wife's opinion. But she's a strong-minded woman. She's not going to be swayed by some older therapist. You know what I'm saying? So when Wendy found out that the main drug dealer that was supplying them, that they call their client, when she found out he was desperate, her saying was, never let a good crisis go to waste. Which is crazy because she knows he's in crisis. She said that's a saying from politics. I thought that was a heavy saying, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, after the argument, they cut to a scene of a woman getting tortured. And you're like, whoa, you know, that shows you that Wendy Bird doesn't know what's down around the corner. They don't got no problem torturing women. And then you find out that it is Janet McTeer who plays the go-between. I don't know if her name's Holly. What is her name? I don't know. But I've seen a few things I didn't like so far. But everything in the first episode, rock solid. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Marty's making bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Marty's making bad decisions in the first episode because I do think getting that casino would be beneficial. And the wife speaks a good game. She says, we could do this and we could do that. We could finally be legit. We can get things. And Marty is like, yo, we need to lay low. We need to chill. Well, we're not realizing here that Marty is a financial business planner. You know what I mean? He knows his business. So if he wants to stay out of trouble, they need to leave. She wasn't a lawyer. She was a housewife that was cheating on her man. So, like, now she's making lawyer moves and she's making boss moves, but it could really get the family in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, I felt like Marty should have been on board with his wife, but he's not. And I trust Marty's decision making. He's got him this far. You know what I'm saying? So, when asked was when I asked what the lady's stance was on her boss, which was a drug dealer, Janet McTeer, she says he's highly vigilant. And I didn't even know what highly vigilant meant. And they put a lot of cool, smart stuff in here, like the substitute teacher was saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, which is what kids get taught in science class, and he was the substitute teacher. But this hyper vigilant, if you want to know what that means, is somebody that's like going through anxiety, stressed out, bugging out about everything around them. And this is a little bit of foreshadowing because they're very anxious, and we've never seen our drug dealer guy under pressure he's usually calm and collected, but because bodies are dropping left and right around him, it's starting to get to him. You know what I'm saying? And then they cut back to the casino. Tommy is already a problem from day one, and he wants to get into the game with the big high-end players, and immediately he's cursing, he's acting unruly, and Ruth ain't having it, man. She's with the with the sheets. You know what I'm saying? And but there is a spark between them. So predictions. I think that Tommy and Ruth. Tommy. His name is now. What's his name? Frank Cosgrove Jr. Actor Joseph Sikora. Tommy from Power. So Frank Cosgrove Jr. and Ruth have a little bit of je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a little chemistry. Even though she kicks him in the balls, there was something a little bit romantic between the two. Now maybe that's them as actors or them in real life, but there's a spark between them two. And he said, "I should kill you." She said, "Come get some." And I thought that was a little, I don't know. I thought it was ballsy on Ruth's part to tell him to come get some, but I also got a little spider tingle saying, hey, it might be something here. And then she kicks him in the balls and throws him off the boat, which she could never do that to Tommy on Power. So understand that this is a completely different character. He might look like Tommy, but he was tough like Tommy. But when it came down to it, the girl bumped his head into the wall and threw him off a boat. And then he's in his dad's office. He went and told his dad because he wanted to get her whacked. And he's got his arm in a sling. How do you break your arm falling into the water? What a loser. I mean, I hurt my arm, but I fell on cement. He fell off a boat and hurt his arm, which looks crazy to me. So that's just episode 1, man. Ruth is about that life, brother. About it. So come get some if you want. And I was like, ooh, I like that talk. Talk that talk, Ruth. Get me excited. You know what I'm saying? So the next episode 2, is called Civil Union. And that's where we meet Wendy Bird's brother. You know what I'm saying? Tom Pelfrey. And, it's all about establishing. Now, it got a little wonky for episode 2. Ended on a high note. But now, they run into Darlene Snell, who's still raising the baby. You know what I'm saying? And Skylar, who plays Joan the Bird, the son, realizes, my mom is a liar. You said the baby Zeke went to a good family, and you got him with the crazy Snell lady. So that's developing. And Charlotte, the dumb daughter, who is the Sophie, if you watch Game of Thrones, she is the Sansa of this show. She becomes friends with Janet McTeer's daughter, and Janet McTeer's daughter just wants to get laid. Now, Skylar has shot up. He's tall now, so he's too young to get laid with her, but there might be something there. Who knows? I don't know. These kids. So Charlotte has started drinking wine now, and she also smokes weed. But keep in mind, there's a lot of drugs around, and they're in Ozark, so she could end up, an addict or something like that. I think they're starting. Why else would they give a 15-year-old girl a glass of wine? The mom was with it. Marty, played by Jason Bateman, was not with it. Like, what? Why are you drinking? What are you drinking wine for? You're 6 years away from being 21. And the mom's answer is, oh, it's only one glass. So I think they're a little foreshadowing of a future story there. But I never think Marty Bird would let his daughter at 15 start getting drunk at the dinner table. It's one thing if she's sneaking off with her friends in high school, but at the dinner table with her parents? Now Skylar has bought a drone, and he's trying to get all into security. So he's had some plots to make money before, and they want him to get a job and make some friends. That don't even sound right for a family that's trying to stay low. You know what I mean? They're trying to get their kids a normal lifestyle, but these kids ain't got no normal lifestyle. Their childhood is shot. So with this drone, he's starting to get into security. And I predict that he will catch someone because just like he made all that money last time, I think he's like the Forrest Gump of the show. Like his security and learning how to fly this drone is gonna really, really make things happen. Now, the big problem in episode 2 is that they found a boat they want to buy, and Marty doesn't want to buy it, and Wendy does want to buy it, and they're back and forth and all this little blah blah blah. It's a new plot line to help them move more money and put them under more pressure. And in the midst of having her brother, who having Wendy's brother, who's a psychopath, Ben, come live with them. And when the SHIT hits the fan, and they found out that the feds is on them, because just like Marty said, I know I said I would have sided with Wendy. It seemed like a good idea, but just as soon as Marty said it was going to happen, that's exactly what happened. And the feds came in and was like, now you will be investigated completely. As soon as you opened up another casino that fast, a red flag went on. You know what I'm saying? So Charlie Tahan is living with the Snells, and he's moved in with her. He's not speaking to Ruth, my girl, which I would definitely be speaking to. And the feds, the dude, Agent Trevor, one of the black agents, is in there applying pressure to Marty Bird. I wish he would have put that pressure on the wife, because I would love to have seen a look on her face to know she got indicted and that they're going to be counting every penny. So the only corny part about this, well, there was a couple corny parts, but the main corny part is Wendy Bird is sitting in the Riverboat Casino, and the casino runners know that they're rigging the machines, and they can't stop Wendy Bird. They don't know how she's doing it, but if Ruth could figure it out, then so could they, especially if they own a casino, even if though they owe. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you're not going to take my casino from me. And it was just a little bit hokey, man. Other than that, the writing is superb. I'll still give it a B. I hope it stays on par. I can't see too much more corniness, like, you rigging the casino machines and nobody knows it. You know what I'm saying? That's a whack. And like Tommy seems to be a little sniveling. Is he a punk kid of a rich mob boss, and he's whack? Does he fall in love with Ruth? Do they have a relationship? I don't know. But I'm on Ozark season 3, episode 3. I'll have to come back with that heat later. It's your man Aqua in the dark. I'll get the lights on later. I just want to see what y'all think. If y'all like this, I ain't gonna do this every time. I just try to keep hitting y'all with different surprises, man. So if you liked it, great. Leave in the comments below if you think Tommy, aka Frank Cosgrove Jr., and Ruth are going to become an item. I seen Ruth getting dragged by her hair in the previews. Do you think that is one of Tommy's, Frank Jr.'s henchmen? We also saw that gun in the wife's hand. Do you really think that her and Marty come to blows where they're really ready to shoot each other? And then our other character, who was the liaison, she now moved to Ozark and brought her kids. Like, why would you move to Ozark and you with this big drug cartel dude? Like, and her husband are going at it in Chicago. It's kind of weird that she's also from Chicago. All the places in the world that she could be from, she's from Chicago. And then her husband gets beat up because he took the son back. So we'll get the son soon. We'll get to see that character. And make your predictions below. All right, I'll talk to you later. This is Quantzilla out. Time the show starts off, it comes back with every time the show starts off, it comes back with that big O. And in that O is all these symbols. So I'm going to start putting my own symbols inside my O so you guys get it. And, if I do these reviews like this, it's only for Ozark and it's only during the quarantine. I'm not doing the rest of my reviews like this. But it does feel like, witness protection program. And that's what why wouldn't Marty and them just go into witness protection? Like, is it really, is this bad where y'all can, like, you was innocent. I mean, they in deep now, but, it's kind of crazy. So, put your predictions in below, and I'll get back to y'all later. I just wanted to do something a little fun, man. I know y'all are in the house. Make sure y'all washing your hands. When you go outside, don't touch nothing. Get rubber gloves. I mean, disposables, or dish gloves, and wash the dish gloves too, man. You can't be too careful out here. I'm gonna try to give y'all more and more content